Hi, I'm Kit. I teach philosophy at Azim Premji University.
Hi, Kit. I'm Titiksha, and I'm a second year BA Humanities student at Azim University.
What were your first impressions of the APU guys, the APU faculty?
It,
Cast your mind back.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was really, really daunting, and because
Daunting.
everybody seemed so learned and so well sorted out in their life, and everybody was n- so yeah. But it was also fascinating to see that people who are so good at what they're doing are also so down to earth and so helpful in the approach.
Wait, I want to know who was daunting. Like who in particular? Who's the most daunting person?
At that time, I was a little girl. Like I was a very young person, so everything was daunting.
You've grown a lot. It's true, you have grown a lot. I remember. I can't remember the first time I met you, but I think it. Did I meet you in orientation week?
Yeah, we did.
We had. I remember the first chat. I remember in depth. We were sitting on the girls' lawn. I remember that chat. You were telling me about where you're
I guess that
from.
was in the cafeteria.
Was that in the cafe? Was it not? Okay. Jeez, I'm sorry, I moved it. That's terrible. Um, and now we're equally daunting because you're intimidated by our great depths of learning. And
I mean, I'm not daunted, but I'm looking forward to just dipping my toes into the pool of your knowledge, to put it that way.
oh gosh, I mean, there were some really super smart people at
Including
APU
you.
who do what I did. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say that, but we're very well educated. But I mean, hopefully, it's. I like that phrase, informal but serious,
Yes.
right? So we're serious people, but informal. Um, Hopefully, that's how it comes across. I guess it would be daunting at first until you kind of get to know people. Mm, yeah. How was philosophy? So I taught you introduction to philosophy last semester,
Yes, you
um,
did.
and that was your first experience of philosophy.
Somewhat. I had done the theory of knowledge in my IB course,
All right.
but
So you're one of the very few people who've kind of touched on philosophy in school.
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
Did it help? Do you think?
I do not think it helped because of the structured way it was taught in school and
Yeah.
the rigorous scanning of, like how IB tried to make it adaptable for school kids. So it was very
Mm,
different. So
mm.
might as well would have been the first time.
Yeah, that's been my experience too. That people who've done a bit of philosophy before maybe gives them 1 or 2 weeks advantage in when they come to college to do philosophy, but almost no one has done it, and it only lasts for a couple of weeks if you have. Yeah. So what was it like then? What was looking back over it? It's about I guess 6 months ago now. Was it hard?
At first, yes, it was, especially keeping up in class because there were a lot of new ideas flowing in every week. So
Hmm.
the processing time was a bit less than what I was used to. But with time, became easier to process and follow.
So there was quite a lot. That's interesting. There's this beautiful thing. So one old philosopher said that philosophers should salute one another with the words "Take your time, take your time." The idea being that like philosophy is all about thinking slowly and carefully. You shouldn't be rushing into it. I mean, don't you think that philosophy is kind of lacking in rigor? It's an easy option, right? Isn't that, I mean, when you came to college, you must have thought that. That's what everyone thinks in India.
I don't agree to that at all. I feel philosophy is one of the most rigorous subjects there is. And that,
But
and
seriously though, like rigorous compared to
no,
maths or physics.
yeah, I thought that even before I actually began studying philosophy. I was the most scared to start a philosophy course at EPU
Yeah,
because it was philosophy.
you'd done a bit of philosophy before, of course. Yeah.
And
What? So why on earth is it that people? I mean, I think that's absolutely right. I think most people find philosophy one of the hardest subjects you can do at undergraduate. Maybe not the hardest, but very, it's challenging. It pushes back at you, right?
uh,
You're wrong quite a lot of the time. You make mistakes, and ultimately you get through it. But why do people think it's easy? In India, especially, people seem to think of philosophy as easy. I
um,
constantly have this problem of people coming to me thinking, "Oh, it'll be easy. I won't have to work properly."
I feel like that's only because they don't uh, like it's been associated with, the stream of humanities being easier than the sciences. So
Right. But even that's not altogether clear why it should be so. Maybe it's just because that's the way it is in 12th standard.
maybe, but
But
any, but
we,
but I still feel like I the science students are way more scared of studying social sciences than a physics or a chemistry book.
oh really?
Yeah, they just forget about it. Some of them feel like science is the easier way out because they get more a social status in
Mm.
an easier manner. It's much difficult to follow humanities streams because it actually pushes back at you, and you actually have to think about all of your value judgments and morals while you're studying.
So it asks you more disturbing questions, you're saying.
Yeah.
Would you be happy picking up a chemistry book?
Uh, Chemistry, not so much.
Physics? Maths?
Math, gladly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Physics?
sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right. We'll be doing that next semester in the philosophy of science course, so that'll be nice. In fact, you'll get to read Einstein. You'll get to read maybe a bit of Bell, some serious physicists, some serious physics papers.
that
So
actually
that'll be
sounds
nice.
interesting. Like I feel like all of my reservations are due to how it I how I faced it in school.
Mm, right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Thanks so much. It's been really lovely chatting to you, actually. Too.
Thank
Uh, thanks for doing this. Take care.
you
Catch
too.
you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Good night.